Since the emergence of mankind, people have begun to fight and rule this land. Gradually, human territory has formed powerful countries from small tribes at the beginning. Since then, people have the habit of using flags and symbols to represent their territory. Even now, it is no exception. The national flag can be said to be the simplest way for people to know a country. Therefore, the national flag of each country contains unnecessary strong history and art. The United States is no exception. I'm Owen. Today, let's take you to know about the American flag. As one of the most powerful countries, the United States flag is not just a piece of fabric. It symbolizes the social structure of the United States. Although the United States has only a history of more than 200 years, there are many versions of the American flag. Yes, there are 27 different versions of the American flag. The first American flag was created in 1776. General George Washington made this request to celebrate the official status of the newly formed Continental Army. When his camp was in Cambridge, also known as the Cambridge flag or Continental color, on this first edition of the American flag, there were 13 stars. Because there were 13 states in the American colonies at that time. Each time a state is added to the Union, a star is added. Therefore, the American flag from the beginning of 13 stars and 13 stripes. The flag has undergone many changes and iterations. Until now, it has 50 stars and 13 stripes. The 13 stripes represent the 13 British colonies that declared independence from the Kingdom of Great Britain and became the first states in the US. Now, the 50-star version of the flag did not come from a well-known designer, but was designed and submitted to Congress by 17-year-old Robert Heft at a school project in 1958. Soon, the flag designed by Robert Heft was chosen to replace the previous American flag design. Since then, Congress has continued to recognize Heft's design as the official flag of the United States. The American flag is red, white, and blue. There are two different views on the color selection of the national flag. The first view is that the choice of these three colors is only evolved from the British flag and has no special meaning. The second argument is that it is not accidental for the American flag to choose red, white, and blue. The founders wanted colors to be meaningful, not just visually pleasing. Red symbolizes tenacity and courage. White symbolizes purity and innocence. And blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. The official colors of the flag are Old Glory red, white, and Old Glory blue. There are a lot of varying color values in use. Due to the difficulty of interpreting cable colors for digital screens, the values here are provided by the US State Department and the US Embassy in the UK. As mentioned in the history part, the pattern of the American flag consists of stripes and stars. In the first version, the Flag Act required 13 stripes and 13 stars to represent 13 colonies. But as more states joined the alliance, people encounter a big problem. What do people do to represent the new states added to the alliance? At this time, Congress passed the Second Flag Act, and people will add a stripe and a star to each new state. In 1791, Vermont joined the Union, and Kentucky in 1792, so an American flag with 15 stars and 15 flags was born. It was this flag flying over Fort McHenry that inspired Francis Scott Key to write the national anthem of the United States. As more states joined, people found that the flag began to become complex and funny. In 1818, Congress passed the Third National Flag Act. It said that the design was to return to the original configuration, the 13 alternating red and white stripes, representing 13 primitive colonies: Virginia, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. The government will only add a star to each new state. Interestingly, it does not specify the pattern in which the stars should be arranged, so the stars of the American flag can be arranged in any shape. Until President Taft's executive order of June 24, in 1912, which provided for the arrangements of the stars in horizontal rows. I found 3 principles in the design of the American flag. They are rhythm, balance, and contrast. Rhythm in design refers to interval repeating elements. An agreed element location creates a sound structure. Rhythm can unite, direct, highlight, and set the dynamics. There is a repetition of shape, color, tone, texture, accents, direction, and dynamic. The American flag obviously meets this point. This can be seen from the repetition and fixed distance between white stars on a blue background, or by alternating colors from the top to the bottom of the flag using stripes of the same size. The 50 stars and 13 stripes in the flag are good evidence that the design of the American flag is applied to rhythm. For balance, the American flag can be divided into 2 parts. They are a rectangle with 50 stars in the upper left corner and a bigger rectangle with 13 stripes. This is the balance and design. For contrast, the main colors of the American flag are red, white, and blue. Red contrasts with blue. Red is from the warm half of the color wheel, and blue is from the cool half. All these principles make the flag look more eye-catching and harmonious. U.S. government specifies proportions for the flag, as recreated here. The U.S. flag has a proportion of 1 to 1.9. Each stripe is 1/13 the width of the hoist, and each star is 4/5 the width of a stripe. The union is the width of 7 stripes and 2/5 the length of the flag. But it is worth noting that this size is only used on official occasions. For the general public, the size of the national flag is not strictly regulated, so it is more common and popular to fly 12 times 18 inch, 2 feet times 3 inch, 2.5 inch times 4 inch, 3 feet times 5 inch, 4 feet times 6 inch, and 5 feet times 8 inch American flags. Symbols are objects or images that represent other things. Symbols are traditional, which means that one thing represents another because people agree to treat it this way. For example, the national flag represents a country. Its design and color symbolize the country and identify their values, beliefs, and history in different ways. Each flag represents its own country and peoples around the world and conveys a specific message. For the American flag, if you grow up in the United States, you will be told that it represents the national and national pride of the United States. It represents the freedom, dignity, and true meaning of being an American. The American flag is an inspiring symbol that unites all American citizens. The American flag reminds people of the beginning of American victory. Just like 13 stripes are the symbols of the first 13 colonies,